Guys, what we're here. Again, we're going to cover to do the mindset and Mindset Monday. I like to do things what can actually build, help create, and allow people to be more successful in anything they do. Have a positive mindset. The reason why I like to talk about this so much, when I look back on my years and a lot of the success I've had in my career, followed my dreams, I became successful at martial arts, from Taekwondo to K1 to MMA. I think none of that would have been possible without a positive mindset of some sort. You have people, when you tell them what you want to be, you want to do in life, you can tell by their face, the expression, that you're well done on trying to put yourself forward or to think positive about achieving things, but deep down inside, by their face, you can tell they don't believe you'll make it. And the reason why that is because everybody around, again, certain people are not successful at things, and they carry negativity. This comes from where you're growing up. Could be your childhood, could be your family, or your general friends you associated with. I think to be positive comes from first from yourself. You have to slowly get rid and strip yourself down from all the negative thoughts and experiences you've had. The first one is, number one, start as you mean to go on. There's nothing worse than wake up in the morning if you have anything from the following day or something what's been creeping up on you over a period of a week or month or year. You open your eyes, first thing you do is think about it. The idea is to have a routine. You open and you think about past triumphs, past good glories, things that's happened in your life, things that can pick you up, things that can make you happy. And these three things you always bring to the forefront. As you go on through life, these three things might change as you have more positive, more better, more creative stuff come to you, happen to you. Put that in the forefront, but you should have your three. These three things will allow you to tackle the outlook or the way you start the day. Never focus on negative, focus on positive. Don't focus on the bad things, focus on the good things. And knowing that you've got a chance to repeat this or have good things like this happen again. This is how you should start the day. Number two is what you visualize, what you picture. Picture your day being good. Picture your focus on having good things happen, how to create good things. This is where setting goals is quite helpful as well. As you set goals, it's something to look forward to. You've got to set yourself out and visualize having a good day. As you know, the challenges of each day, you're going to have negative things happen to you, bad things happen to you. You might wake up late, you might miss a bus, you might be late for an appointment, car might not work. There's so many different things that can happen. And these things can allow your day to start off with a bit of negativity. So you have to have ways of passing it off. It's like giving yourself an armor, a shield, a way of coping with these things. Knowing that these things are going to happen daily, you have a way of a routine is to fight these things. The biggest fight you'll have is everything that goes wrong is stop saying these words like, this always happens to me. Oh, not this again. Because you're always focusing on the bad things, but never saying that when a good thing happens, like, oh, this is happening again. Oh, another time I've got to work on time. Oh, again, another compliment I've had. No one ever focuses on that. The negative things escalate, they creep up on you, and you accumulate bad things, but you never accumulate good things. So you have to change your mindset. So the way you look at this, everything what happens bad is a test. It's a test how well you can cope with it. It's an experience, so when it happens again, it will not have the same effect on you. And start looking at things that happen bad in a positive way, not a negative way. Accept it as right, I'm going to conquer this, I'm going to defeat this, it's not going to defeat me, and next time it comes around, I'll have an idea or a tactics to battle this. And that's my mindset or my way to combat number two. If you have negative mindset and negative outlook in life, you will definitely deteriorate as it goes along. The deterioration is a negative side of you creeping through, growing, escalating, destroying your positive mind. And again, I don't know no successful person who has a negative mindset. So to have a positive mindset means that you're more likely to be successful.
And the one that we never understood is when they used to say, show me your company and I tell you who you are. They used to say that when they see you going around with certain crowd, they would say,
show me your company and I'll tell you who you are.
Company and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
And then, as we got older, we thought, damn it, that's what they were trying to say. There's a lot of people, just like you said, if you go around with them negative people and they're not going nowhere, you're going to end up like that.
Yeah.
Sure. But you start going around with ambitious people, positive, hardworking people, people who will encourage you. And you'll make it.
Yeah.
So that's why the older people used to say, show me your company and tell you who you are. If you're with negative people, you're going to end up being like that. If you walk with thieves, like them will say, lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you're with certain people, you're bound to end up being like them. Because they weaken you. You absorb their negative feelings and things. So you end up getting up with fleas.
Yeah.
But all these old sayings, they're good. Because Mom used to tell me them, I never forget.
And how you can do this, and number 3, is surround yourself by positive people. Remember their family, positive friends, co-workers. You can't pick the people at work, but you can pick the ones that you want to associate with or have in your circle, which is positive. So the more you can do that, the what happens, again, this is your team, this is your army, this is your way of battling. You got a problem, you'll find sometimes these negative people will have an answer for you. And the way they come across, their energy, their outlook, their persona, everything will start allowing you to be able to combat things better. There's nothing like when you have a problem to phone a friend or someone who's very positive and you speak to them and suddenly you think, this problem is not as bad as I thought. I can cope with this. And eventually you'll be the one that people phone and talk to. And your positive outlook, the way you combat things, will rub off on them. So try and surround yourself. Negative people speak negatively. Oh, not this, that happened to me as well. And everything, they make you feel like it's just normal, it's life to have bad things happen to you. It's the only thing that happens in life, and nothing good happens. And this is the third thing. This is, I think, is the most important thing. I believe you've got a negative mindset, but you surround yourself by people, by family members who's positive, it rubs off on you. And there's a funny saying, which I remember my mother saying to me, show me your company and I'll show you who you are. Basically, she's saying that the friends I hang around with, that's how you're going to end up, they're going to rub off on you. It takes one bad apple to ruin a bunch. I love some of the sayings she's come up with, and this is one of them. And it means that surround yourself with positive people. And if it's all it is, you can see positive people around someone, you guarantee that person is going to be positive and become more successful in everything they do. No negative outcomes or no negative traits, nothing bad happens to them is going to be able to keep them down. You might fall, you might crash, but it won't keep you down. They say you might brush your shoulder off, pick yourself and start all over again. So these are my 3 things to combat a negative mindset and a negative outlook. There's a few more things you can do, but these are the 3 main things. From the moment you wake up, open your eyes, for when you go in and leaving to work, no matter what you're late for or gets in the way, what you have to tackle. And generally, outlook is by surrounding yourself. This is your armor, this is your life, the people around you. This will give you, I believe, 100% a successful life and a great mindset. So this is Mark Weir as usual. Fountain Youth for Sweat. Work hard, sweat more, and stay young.